Boom, bless up peeps, this is Steven on the building. Big up to who always are watching and tuning in and show the support and thing. And for all of the positive people out there where, smart and understanding and, can interpret things. Because there are some people who have trouble interpreting things. Like the last story I post 2 days ago about Dalton Harris, which in the title it asked the question, is he being kicked out of the UK? At first I put the title that I read the article from, because it was a review of the article I did. You understand? It was a UK article from the Irish Mirror, one of several articles, news articles that posted that day that Dalton Harris got kicked out of the country. I did not make up the story. I was reviewing an article that had a misleading title, and in the review I clearly stated that Dalton was still in the island, in the UK, and has to return to the island. You understand? So he was still in the UK, and he is still in the UK at the time of doing this video on the 7th of December. You understand? So just to clear up things, Dalton is still in the UK. And now to explain it more to those who misunderstood what I was saying, or just came on with a lot of negativity, who don't know about the channel, that DCS TV is all about preaching positivity and actually explaining and reviewing news articles, music reviews and so on and so forth. So my platform is about teaching, and receiving knowledge as well. So each one teach one, wanna teach me, me teach you. You understand? So it's just like that. So Donovan, Germain, his producer, Dalton's producer slash mentor, came on an interview yesterday with the Jamaica Star explaining what had happened. Now, there is a lot of person that still thinks that Dalton is not returning to Jamaica. He actually is. And Donovan Germain came under this interview in the Jamaica Star and explained that yes, Dalton has to return to Jamaica, but he's going to come back and actually apply for a work permit so he can go on tour and do his album and work there and all of that. So, it's not like in the sense where he's not going to come back and the story was a lie and all that. The heading that the Irish Mirror explained was misleading, but their story explained that he was still there and he has to return. There was another part that I misunderstood, and in the news article that I am about to read, I'm going to explain all of that to you. So as I say, for those who just come on the channel with negativity and all that, and all of them things that me don't know what me can do for explain that to you, because I don't come on the channel with a general bad idea and very emotional in the first place. For those who genuinely misunderstood what I say, may I explain to you now, hope you understand, to see that he actually is leaving the country, the UK, and he will be back. You understand? He's gonna get a work permit and all of that. As I said, Donovan Germain, his producer slash mentor, explained everything in the Jamaica Star interview. Now, I'm gonna take the reading from there, and then we're gonna break it down even further and see what's really going on with this whole issue. Now, Dalton isn't being kicked out of the UK. Donovan Germain says X Factor winner isn't having visa issues. Alright? The producer, Donovan Germain, is today insisting that the story carried by the UK tabloid Daily Mail has misinterpreted the situation X Factor winner Dalton Harris is currently facing as it relates to his travel documents. The story was published on Wednesday, says Dalton was forced to leave the UK days after winning the X Factor crown because his visa is about to expire. They never put visa, but that's what they were trying to explain. Daily Mail had reported that Harris is being forced to leave the UK just days after his show Triumphant, as his visa is set to expire. It also revealed that the news has put the single promotion and his place on the X Factor live tour in jeopardy. The article also said that the negotiations are now underway to get Harris to stay in the country. Germain said that although Harris will have to return to Jamaica for a short while, he is not having visa issues. Speaking with the Jamaica Star about the actual facts of the story, Germain explained that Harris was able to compete in the international competition because of a special arrangement established with the UK government. He remained in the country he revealed that Harris received documents allowing him to remain in the country for the duration of the competition, and explained that now the contest has ended, Harris has to follow the protocols he agreed to by returning to Jamaica. The standard procedure. Germain added that because Harris will be participating in the X Factor tour and in the schedule to conduct interviews with the media, the 24-year-old Jamaican will now need to apply for the UK permit. A work permit is an official document giving foreigners permission to take up a job in another country. Dalton is not having visa issues. If he's going on to the X Factor tour and so on, he's going to have to come back to Jamaica to get the work permit. That's the standard procedure, he said. I don't know the type of visa he had, but it gave him the opportunity to go and do the show, and that the visa doesn't expire until January in any case. He's not being kicked out of nowhere. He's just following protocol. That is all. Since winning the competition on Sunday, Harris has been conducting several interviews across the UK. He is still in the country today, carrying out his duty as the newest X Factor champion. Now, big ups to the Star for the 1 year, because the Star went into detail explaining everything. They did the interview with Donovan Germain, which is, basically representing Dalton Harris, and explained the situation in its entirety. Now, they said that the Daily Mail, that a different news article that reported on this, because there were several, there wasn't just one, there were several UK articles that said Dalton get kicked out. It's so, in a way, most persons saw my review first and think I just I just came up with that. It seems that's what the problem was. They think I just came up with this, even though it was clear that I was reading from a news article and I stated that. And as I said, this was a different news article, not the one I read from, but the one that he read from, and it said Dalton got kicked out. No gossip people, him not get kicked out. Even in the review I did Wednesday, I clearly stated that the man is still in the UK doing him interview and do everything, but him visa soon up, and they stated that his visa will be up in January. So that is not a lie. The fact that they said his tour would be on jeopardy and try to make it look like all of them think that they're in jeopardy. No, that was misleading. That was misinterpreted, as Donovan Germain stated. He then misinterpreted that fact because, yes, he will have to return to Jamaica, but only because his visa is going to up soon, and that he has to come back to apply for a work permit so he can go over there and do his tours and his shows and all of that. So basically, when you look at it, they used a misleading title. A lot of the UK tabloids and articles use a misleading title to captivate the person's attention. Then they went on to explain that he is still in the country, and then they misinterpreted, or they put his tour and stuff like that, make it look like it's in jeopardy, in order to keep the listeners or the person watching in, getting all emotional and sending it to their friends and say, look on this and that and that. And, you understand me? I say, and they send it to millions of people all over. You see me? Now, in my case, I was reviewing this article, and in the article it stated that he was still in the country, so I was not lying. The title was not misleading because I was asking a question. I went as far as changing the title completely and said, did he get kicked out? I wasn't the one that write the story, people. The person that write the story write it to millions of people. So for the persons that want to come onto the channel and did have a lot of bad things to say about delete that, let us come together and delete this video, all that. Not even say nothing now. All the persons that will come onto it and I say all of that, you know what I mean, the ones that genuinely just, never understand. You understand? We can't sue them in other cases because I know one must understand by now. But for the ones that we just genuinely, as I say, are just disingenuous, we just come on the channel, we just create drama and create problem and cause all type of things, because they're actually the ones that are, negative, and, they just can't think any positive. So that's all them think. So for those ones, yeah, please don't comment. Don't do it. It don't make no sense and I'm wasting the time. For the ones that, as I say, we never understand, I'm hoping to understand now. And for clear up everything, Dalton is okay. He's fine. He's doing his interviews and such. And yeah, it's a great things for the youth. For all who don't know as well, I've been supporting Dalton Harris for a while now. I've always brought up the fact that him use his talent and actually push himself, you know, and expose himself in such a way that not only is he helping himself, but he's helping the country and the youths them, for shows them say, yo, you can't do this, you can't come from nothing to something and make a way out for yourself. I always talk about that. There have been several reviews I've done about this whole thing, and it's always positive vibes. You know, you can't make one little thing where see him, you know what I mean, think that to the brain causing them to just all out crucify the person, where I bring across a message. And as I said, the message was not my message, it was of a review I did on a UK article. Why those articles don't get the bashing with millions of viewers them all over the world? You see what I say, people? It's unfair. And I just want to say is, if you want to check out some more videos, go to my channel, check out the videos, and you'll see all the ones I'm doing with Dalton Harris before, and all the good things I talk about you, because I rate him. He reminds me of myself in a lot of ways, because I'm a person where I'm laid back, a person where, you know, giving, a person who is very kind, a person that is genuine, a person where always I preach positivity and now look towards the negativity. You understand? Even the fact that when they made that said the man is straight and all that, and the man come and clear it up. Me are the one of the person I talk about the video where he put out and say, yo, the man said whatever, whatever. And in a several more interviews that most other persons never talk about, I talk about that as well. And I mean, for the ones that may know DCS TV, they know some are good youth. Straight. I'm not forgetting no more details upon that. You understand? Yeah, bless up on yourself. Thanks for watching as always. Remember to like, share, and for the new viewers them, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click your notification bell. Boom, DCS TV, I'm out.